Montreal, Tampa Bay. What do you think, man?
Montreal, if you speak to anybody
From Quebec.
even remotely interested, affiliated, they are just so fired up.
Yeah.
So full of confidence. I've dropped this reference a bunch of times over the years on this show. It's the Braveheart thing where the English are looking across at the Scottish and they're like, huh, they seem very optimistic. And that to me is Habs fans. They're like, we can't lose. We can't lose.
It's like it's a pre-written script. Well, we came in last year. We got a taste of it. We played well against against Washington. And this is the year we take the step. And you're like, it's Tampa, though.
You lost in 5 games last year.
Yeah, but it was a good series. They played hard.
Toronto lost in their first, in the Matthews era.
Yes.
They lost in 5 games to Washington, too.
6. 5 out of 6 went to overtime, and we went, oh, man, we're going to be so good.
So what did that guarantee you the next year and the next year and the next year?
Well...
And so this is not a Leaf thing. I'm merely suggesting
That's what I'm saying, though. I think Habs fans believe the script is this is now the year where we get to take a step forward. And you have an opponent who says, hey, can we talk about that? Like, we also have an opinion on how this is going to play out. I don't know about Tampa's health either. Like, I
don't think we're going to see Hedman. Not to start anyways.
No, I thought what I read is that he will be in the series, but probably not to start.
Right.
But their top 4 still looks okay. JJ Moser is the type of guy that is like, oh man, that's why Julian Brisebois is so much better at this than everybody else. Like, he just identifies a piece that hasn't quite ripened yet. If we drop him in here, it's going to work, and it does.
We call that the Eric Chernak.
Sure. On their second pair. So they're even without Hedman. Like, McDonough, Chernak has been good, and that pairing is going to be draped all over the Suzuki, Slafkovsky, Caulfield line. They appear to be mostly healthy up front now. Tampa does. Like, we've seen Cirelli in and out.
Yep.
Kucherov is fucking killing it. You mentioned earlier.
Cirelli and Hagel both came back. They're both good to go.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about Hagel, but he's been out. Yeah, and you've got Gensel kicking around. I just think... Yeah, I think Montreal's going to make this interesting. The big question is Dobish playoff ready? He's been hot as hell for them for the last couple of weeks. I guess that's where you'll go, although I've seen people saying you should run with Fowler. I don't have a strong take on that. I am too.
I'm going with Dobish.
And Vasilevsky has not been good in the playoffs for the last 3 years.
But he had back problems. There was all kinds of issues.
Yeah, but that's what we said last year. Like, this is the year now where he's back and he's healthy, and he got pumped by Florida in round 1.
Yeah,
now,
but
Florida's pretty good.
He's going to be in the Vezina conversation this year.
Well, it's him or Sorokin, and that's it.
Yeah,
There's no one else to talk.
So let's not even discuss that.
Okay.
So riding into the playoffs,
You don't expect the Montreal defense to just be lobbing shit in from the blue line like Toronto did when they got to get through them.
Yeah.
Everything from the, hey, shoot from the point.
See when he's looking up and he's trying to look over people. We're going low. We're doing all, no. Yeah. And Florida, as you suggested, in back-to-back seasons has got to them as well.
Yes.
So, no, I do not expect that from this Montreal team. I sort of, I look at what we talked about center depth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oliver Kapanen at 2.
Kapanen, Deneau, Evans, to me, it's weak.
Oh, to me, you have, I think you have 2 really good number 3 centers and have no number 2 center.
Okay.
And that's where I think Tampa's going to run you over.
This just in, that is not good. That is not helping you when and again, everybody understands, all those teams with good third lines, you can't have 2.
Right. Well, you can, as long as one of them's your 4th.
Yes. Perfect.
Should not be your second.
This is it. And so to me, that is the thing.
Demidov is creating a lot on that set, but Oliver Kapanen, that's not your guy, right? Like that doesn't work.
Not anybody's guy.
Right. And he might be down the road, but he's not yet.
I think this could be an interesting series, though.
I do too.
To watch.
The Noah Dobson injury is problematic in a pretty significant way.
And did you see that guy being...
I guess if we're comparing things, though, Hedman's out and Dobson out, toss it aside.
Yeah, but one's not coming back and one may.
Right.
And I'll take if you can slide in Hedman on your third pair at you know,
Sure. 60%.
at a diminished value.
Yeah, just the stability and the calmness.
And you're not
back.
getting Dobson back?
No.
Not for this series anyways. No. And did you see him being a league-leading shot blocker?
Dobson?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I had no idea that was a thing. No,
nobody did.
Offensive guy only.
This is it.
That was the complaint with the trade, if there was one, was you're sort of eating Hutson's lunch here a little bit, right? A power play guy, an offensive guy. Yeah. Nope. Him and Matheson as a pairing have been terrific all year.
So that I think the blow there is even larger than I would have anticipated.
Yeah.
And that's one of those late season injuries where you're like, oh.
Yeah, I look at it and I think like you, Montreal puts up a fight here and probably a pretty good one. But I think the top 4 defensemen for Tampa is still formidable based on what Montreal is going to want to do. And I just like up front.
The depth up front. It's not even close. No. It's not even close. And so,
like I said, you can match third and fourth lines if you want, like saw each other off. But that second line, no matter who Tampa puts with Cirelli, whether it be Gensel or Hagel or whatever else, is probably going to run roughshod over Montreal. So.
I love the Montreal power play.
Yeah.
It's lethal.
Yep.
And if you can have a 100-point Nick Suzuki,
50-goal Caulfield, 30-goal Slafkovsky, down low.
They are on the power play. It's killer. They have it on a string and it's good. But I don't think that's going to be enough. And I don't think
that's what they need. Right? We were talking earlier about the rate of
Tampa's
power plays.
Take penalties.
Yes. Maybe that's where Montreal can make this interesting. But I'll say Tampa in 7.
Oh, see, I think Tampa in 5.
Okay.
Tampa in 6, maybe.
Man, you made it sound like you thought Montreal was going to put up a fight.
Yeah, but again, like the Ottawa series that you called Carolina in 5, it can be close games.
Yeah.
I don't see Montreal having enough to make it interesting series result wise.
Sure. Okay.
I'll say 6. I'll say Tampa in 6. I think the games when they come back to the Bell Center,
oh man,
are going to be really fun to watch.
Yep.
And that crowd is worth a half a goal.